Welcome back to the Broncos Avenue podcast. I'm your host, Amir Farrell, with my co-host here, Evan Petruk. This ex-Broncos DB landed a 3-year contract with the Buffalo Bills, but the Broncos did bring back a familiar face in the secondary whose contract was expiring. Plus, we have plenty more we want to talk about, such as Jaleel McLaughlin being on his way out, and the Broncos already being linked to some first-round wide receivers. But, Evan, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Kind of a bittersweet day. It's my last day of trade school today. It was. I wrote my final exams, so your boys officially got 2 journeyman tickets now. In Canada, we have the journeyman certificate, and then we have the red seal, which means you can go to other provinces, which is basically like state to state. So I wrote 2 tests today, and yeah, feeling all right. But like I said, bittersweet. Met a lot of really, really good people in trade school, and it feels like. Sorry, I got a cat that wants to get pet as well. But I'm gonna need to put him away, bro.
I want to give a shout out to I think I'm saying his name right. Rowdy Stoddy is his username for commenting on our videos. He said he loves the content, all the content we've been releasing lately. So I appreciate you, man, for your feedback. And he was replying to some other people in the comments as well. So thank you for giving and he gave a really long comment as well as feedback, like on everything we discussed in the episode. So those comments especially, I really, really do appreciate. A quick shout out to David, man. And also real quickly, I want to let you guys know, I haven't really like publicly said it, but I did start a second channel last month where I post just NFL content. So if you guys are interested in that, it's at Blitz Avenue. If you guys go to the home tab here on Broncos Avenue on the YouTube channel, if you're listening on Spotify, you can go over there and then scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see that second channel. Obviously, I post shorts here on Broncos Avenue and some posts here and there. I do a lot more of those over on Blitz Avenue. So if you're interested in some more NFL content, go check that out. I've been having a blast with that. But ex-Broncos safety Sam Franklin, who spent time in Denver in 2025, signed a 3-year, $7.5 million extension with the Buffalo Bills. After failing to make Denver's 53-man roster, Franklin joined Buffalo, where he became a key special teams contributor in 2025. So just updating you guys with some news there. Congratulations to him. Love to see him get a long-term contract extension there. A little late on this, but it was made official by Sean Payton at the NFL Combine. The new offensive coordinator, Davis Webb, will be taking over play calling duties starting in 2026. So the wait is finally over. Sean Payton is officially handed down the play calling duties. We have been pounding the table for this for some time now. I won't say hated, but I was frustrated very frequently throughout the season with Peyton's specific play calling tendencies with the screens and not just the screens, but I feel like situational play calling was very underwhelming this year, especially given how talented our quarterback and offensive line were. But Evan, immediate thoughts and reactions to this?
You heard it here first. We called it. So they're going to need to stop us with the predictions here. We're unstoppable. But it's so good for the offense, I think. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I'm so excited. I was just going to say I'm very excited for Davis Webb. And I think both these guys are going to hugely – everyone in part's going to benefit from this. Sean Payton gets to take on more of the CEO style of being a head coach. The first time in a while that he won't be calling plays as a head coach. So I think he's going to be able to be more free as a leader of this football team, just kind of get to be the head coach and not so much the play caller and always taking flack because of that. Hopefully Davis Webb won't be getting any flack, and I don't think he will because I think he'll be an amazing play caller. I'm already seeing a lot of league sources are referring him to as the next Sean McVay, which might be jumping the horse a little early, but hey, I'm not complaining. But yeah, I'm very excited about this, man. He's going to bring that modern approach and schematic concepts to this offense that we've been looking for years now, man. The last time we had and Sean Payton was a great play caller, but besides that, the last time we really had a up to modern day offense at that period was Gary Kubiak. So it's gonna be very refreshing to have him calling plays.
Absolutely, and he's the real deal if Sean Payton's giving up play calling, putting his ego to the side, and giving up what he's done his whole career. So I watched the clip where Pat McAfee was at the combine, excuse me, and Sean Payton stopped by. He
I
seemed
just
in
saw
very
that.
good spirits. I listened to that yesterday, so very good spirits, and he seems very, very confident with Davis Webb and his ability. So, um, yeah, he seems excited. We're excited. I think everyone's excited. I think it could be super, super monumental for Bo Nix's career as well as the offense as a whole because we got the defense. We just need the offense to put it together, and sky's the limit for this team. So
Yes, absolutely. Staying in the topic of news, the Broncos place a second round tender on restricted free agent cornerback Jaquan McMillan, meaning that Denver has the right to match any offer sheet made by another team. But if Denver declines to match the offer, the Broncos would receive a second round draft pick. McMillan is scheduled to make $5.8 million in 2026 and will be a free agent again in 2027 at 26 years old. He's 25, obviously, right now. Immediate thoughts and reactions to that one. I mean, this was a no brainer. Obviously, he deserves all that money and probably even more. I did see, I believe, Chris Thomason reported that they are still working towards a long term extension. Very deserved there. But immediate thoughts on this one, and then what everyone's kind of saying right now. And like the future at the corner position in Denver.
I mean, valuing him at a second round pick, I think that's undervaluing him. But I mean, the guy was undrafted. It just
Yeah.
proves how much of a keen eye this organization has for undrafted talent. I mean, you go down the line as far as you want to finding undrafted guys, late round guys. That's kind of the mantra of this whole organization is they're going to play the best players regardless of their draft position. So it's very exciting. I mean, he had a break. No, I wouldn't even say a breakout year. I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, putting himself on the map. One of our best players I think, the best play of the whole NFL season with that interception versus Buffalo. Um,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the game should have been over before that with the safety in the end zone on the hold. But I mean, we'll call it the best play of the whole season. I've seen a couple people, even I think it was Nico Elite Takes on TikTok, said it was the best play of the whole year, and he hates the Broncos. So um, it's yeah, I mean, it's a no brainer, like you said. I don't see us letting him walk. Teams are going to offer him a lot of money. I can see us matching him. He's such a crucial piece to this defense, especially with Vance Joseph staying. He's going to want to use him. So I wouldn't be worried about him leaving. I think he's going to stay at Broncos. So yeah.
And speaking of restricted free agents leaving, the Broncos are electing to not place the tender on restricted free agent running back Jaleel McLaughlin, meaning he will officially enter free agency. However, Chris Thomason reports that the team still hopes to bring him back on a one-year deal. So it is to be seen if that will get done or not. I personally don't think it will. Mike Klis has said that they are going to reshape this running back room this offseason. The only guys who are safe for RJ Harvey and Tyler Bidet. Most of you guys have probably already seen the Broncos just extended Tyler Bidet to a 1 year, $1 million deal. So he's not even guaranteed a roster spot technically either. So he could end up being, I mean, I just mentioned Sam Franklin. We signed him to a pretty sizable contract, like 2 years, $8 million, and he didn't even make the team. So nobody's safe, but those are technically the only two guys who are still under contract throughout, OTAs and training camp right now. So uh, immediate thoughts on that. I know the both of us. If you guys are an avid listener of the Broncos Avenue podcast, I don't dislike him. I just feel like most of you guys that don't know, he was supposed to be on this podcast, and he promised me that it would happen, and rescheduled numerous times, and then just egoed me for absolutely no reason. But there's no personal feelings towards that. I'm just throwing that out there. But good luck to him on his next team because he's not coming back.
Yeah, I mean, being a practice squad running back and egoing a podcast is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, no, I mean, he had ample opportunity the last couple of years, and he did not capitalize. I mean, the Bengals game is like the only game that you could kind of say he had a solid game at, but yeah, no, I'm glad the Jaleel McLaughlin era is coming to an end. I mean, congratulations on him and his wife having a baby. Good for them.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can go somewhere warm. Um, maybe like maybe like the Birmingham Stallions or something in the
Yo,
XFL.
okay,
I'm
we're
kidding. I'm kidding.
violating
I'm
now,
kidding. I'm
bro.
kidding. I'm
We're
kidding. I'm kidding.
violating, bro.
I'm kidding. Nah, he'll get on an NFL roster. It's just not going to be in the state of Colorado.
Um, With 55 days remaining until the NFL draft, the Broncos, as most of you know, have the 30th overall pick. And according to NFL Draft Insider Tony Pauline, the Broncos are one of two teams he heard at the combine to be very interested in taking Louisville wide receiver Chris Bell. For those of you who don't know, Bell, who is just 21 years old and doesn't even turn 22 until next year, posted 917 yards and 6 touchdown receptions in 2025 in just 11 games played. That's 83.4 receiving yards per game. For reference, Carnell Tate had 79.5 per game. Jordan Tyson has 79. And Denzel Boston has 73.4. The one guy who's projected in the definitely going to be a first round pick along with those guys who was way above Chris Bell's average yards per game is Mekhi Lemon, who had 96 yards per game. Holy if we could get him, he's going to be a demon.
Did you see his combine interview? He looked like he was
Yes.
tweaking, bro.
Speaking of demon, he looked like one in that
He
interview.
looked like he was trying to kill somebody.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, Mekhi Lemon would be so big for this offense. Unfortunately, it's
God,
not going to happen.
yeah,
Um,
he's for sure.
So I'm surprised that Chris Bell is still getting mocked in the first round. He tore his ACL in the last game of the
Yeah,
season, so he's extremely talented. I think he would be going in the first round. He would test very well at the combine. 6'2". He's just an absolute burner. I mean, probably the fastest receiver in the whole draft class. But it's questionable on whether he'll go in the first round. It all depends on his recovery process because I know modern medicine is crazy, especially for a guy that's going to be projected at first round NFL pick. So I can see him probably going in the second round, a team taking a chance on him. But I personally don't think that's where Denver goes. I think that he's kind of pushed down the board because of that injury. I sneak peek into what I think is going to happen at the draft. I think Denver personally trades back depending on how the board falls.
I would not hate that.
I would not hate that either. Just because the way that I think some of these skill position players are going to go earlier. The only thing I could see is I know this is far fetched, but Denver trading up if there's like a Jordan Tyson slip because people are scared about his medical history. I could see like he would be so big for this offense as well. So that's the only kind of situation I'd see us really staying in the first round. But like I said, I personally think the way the board is going to fall, Denver will be trading back into the second round and building some more capital. Which I think it's like the best part about this draft is like the second and third rounds. I mean, it's not the strongest draft class. Last year was better. Next year's is probably going to be one of the best draft classes ever, like up there with like a 2011 draft class. So, yeah, it's going to be elite. But yeah, I got some guys I've been looking at. You know, late first, early second round guys are going to shoot up boards at the combine and get some buzz with interviews and stuff like that. So, stay tuned for that.
Yeah, Chris Bell, your traditional big physical possession receiver, can go up and high point the ball, can be just as effective running routes over the middle of the field. Rarely drops the ball. Obviously, though, the main concern you mentioned, the ACL tear, he suffered back in November. So if it wasn't for that, man, I'd be on board. I mean, he's only 21 years old too. Like he's just going to get better and better. I don't think the ACL is going to make him drop off that much though. I think he's still going to be a very, very like elite number 2 in the NFL. I don't know if I can really say he's going to be an alpha receiver 1. And for that reason, I would probably say I don't want him. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate, man.
Yeah,
These injuries.
yeah, it all depends on like what his doctors say, and because obviously that's going to be something that when teams are interviewing him before the draft process, they're going to be talking about his recovery process and everything. It all depends. I mean, guys come back from injuries so quick nowadays with modern medicine, so it's a
Hmm.
possibility he plays in preseason, but I highly doubt it. I think he'd be probably like a week 2 kind of guy coming in. Which might hinder, team wanting to waste capital. I don't think the ACL is going to affect his career at all because you see plenty of guys bounce back from ACL
For sure.
tears. It's just whether or not because you're going to draft a guy in the first round to be an immediate impact starter. That's just the only thing. So that's what I'd be deterred at. But like I said, yeah, there's other guys that I'm a little bit more fond of in this draft class. And we could gain some capital by trading back to get them. So
Would you hate trading back in the second for him? getting
I
some extra
wouldn't
draft
hate. I
picks.
wouldn't hate trading back in the second for him personally. There's a guy I would like to trade back in the second, who I think is going to skyrocket up draft boards. Should I tease it or should I wait for next episode?
Stay tuned for the next
Yeah.
episode, guys.
Okay. Yeah. There's a
That's
guy I
it's
like
going to be a
more than
really
him.
fun one tomorrow. But yeah, with that being said, I'm your host, Amir Farrell, co-host Evan Petrick. Like I just said, nice little teaser for the next one. We're going to be going over our personal favorite wide receiver draft prospects this year that the Broncos can target in the first and second round, maybe even some in the third round. Not too many, just because it's hard for me to like fall in love with too many prospects. But there are some ones this year that I arguably like almost as much as I did Ibuka last year, and I was sky high in Ibuka last year.
Smoke and
So
take right there, man.
yeah. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Shut up, mess yourself.